Hello, and welcome back to Pleasantview. You might be surprised to see that this is labeled as Season 3. Well, I hadn't really planned on making a season break at this point, because we're still on Thursday, week 4 for some of the families, while some of them are at Friday. But the fact is that this series has sort of gone on a bit of a hiatus, and that was not the plan. Things sort of just happened that way because I was hyper focusing on downtown back last year, like last autumn, and then I started up the Misty Island project, and that also ate up all of the time that I had. And once I was finished with that, I also wanted to do the behind the scenes, and I wanted to finish up the downtown first season. All of these things happened that just made me not go back to Pleasantview for quite a while. So this has just sort of been sitting here. Nothing has really happened. And I also unfortunately realized that I have sort of set up myself for failure in some ways, because I did start out in season 2 with the cutscenes and the machinima project that was sort of running together with this Let's Play series. And while that was a lot of fun and interesting to learn all those things about creating machinima videos and such, and I've learned so much from doing it, like sitting down to actually make a machinima scene every so often has really built up my skills in a really great way, and I'm very thankful for that. But it has also unfortunately made me put too much pressure on myself when it comes to creating these episodes. So I actually have decided to change my strategy a little bit for this Let's Play series and revert back to more of a Let's Play style. I'm still going to, play it exactly the same way, just that I'm not going to be creating any more machinima scenes for this series. I'm going to do what I can to just portray it in gameplay instead. And of course, I have a bunch of ideas and plot lines that's going on at the moment that I can pull inspiration from if I need to. But I'm going to allow myself to be a little bit more casual about this series, not to pressure myself too much. We have a lot going on anyway with all of the active careers and all of it. So I think that's quite enough. And that's actually also going to allow me to even consider other kinds of machinima projects if I want to try something out in future. I've sort of not allowed myself to even think about that because I have focused so much on the Pleasantview machinima part of it. So I think that let's just run with season 3 here without the machinima aspect of it. Go back to hopefully a more regular schedule for the releasing of videos, and I can focus on maybe creating some other kind of machinima project in future or on the side of this when inspiration strikes. So with that long intro out of the way, I'm back here in Pleasantview, and I'm so happy to be back because I really missed this town and these sims. And as you might suspect, I'm going to finish up Thursday for all of the families that are left, and then keep going with Friday. So I have actually prepared a total of 9 episodes where I'm going to be combining several families into one. And I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but I've decided to go back to what I had previous to this in season 1, that I'm actually going to play all of the families. But I think that if I put them together into collected episodes, it's going to work fine anyway. So for this first episode in season 3, I am going to be playing the Landgrab family, the Newbie family, and also finish up with the Burbs, because I've already played just the start of the day when I sent John to the high school to play that out. But other than that, they are just sort of started and I'm going to have to finish up their day. So we're going to have 3 families, and I'm going to try to keep it to about 3 families per episode. I'm going to try that and see how that works. So of course, we're also going to play with the Landgrab Industries today. And that's another thing that I'm going to try to keep to 1 playable career per episode as well, because I think it will be too intense to have several in one episode. So yeah, let's see how this is gonna work. But yeah, let's start this out actually by going down to the Newbie family. And of course, that is Beau Newbie and his roommates, Brittany Tellerman and Oliver Bertino. And then, of course, also Oliver's dog, Leroy. So here we are, like 3 crashes later. That's another thing that I had forgotten about Pleasantview, that this is the one neighborhood for me that crashes a lot and has pink flashing. None of the other neighborhoods do, so I don't know. Maybe it's because it's so old and I've changed out the custom content so many times or something. But anyway, we're finally here. And I've just set it also to winter. And I realized that I made a mistake actually, because I had apparently already played Landgrab Industries for Thursday. So I think I'm going to just go to the Landgrab home later anyway and play the day, and probably have Malcolm host some sort of event or something instead today. That is going to invite over a bunch of people that's to do with his business. So Beau is, of course, going to attend that event instead. So I think that makes sense. And I think that Beau actually probably has to get up, yes, because he leaves at 7, bright and early. But we have Oliver here who starts 1 hour later, so he can sleep in, and the same thing also with Brittany. And all of them are quite happy because it started snowing and all of them wanted that. So let's see about their needs. I think that they are quite fine because they actually had resetted when they opened up this household as well, because I've played around with my mods, no doubt. But Beau could actually eat breakfast. And I also know that Leroy needed to have some food. So let's just start by doing that and have some... oh, what would Beau eat? Maybe some sort of cheese sandwich or something. I think that he might be dieting at the moment because he used to be overweight, but I know that I sent him training with his little brother Mike a few times, so now he's actually just barely normal weight again, but he does love to eat, so I think that cheese might be a weakness of his or something like that. But he actually has rolled the wand to become fit as well, so I think that he's probably dieting at the moment and is trying to become a bit more healthy. I wonder if his roommates are... Yeah, Oliver is closer to being fit, though he's a little bit more on the lazy side, so maybe he's not that interested. Same thing with Brittany, actually. She's not as fit as Oliver, but yeah. So I think I have to wake these guys up as well, at least Brittany, because she needs to feed the fish before she leaves for work. And of course, she still wants to get engaged to Alexander Goth because of his money, basically. So let's clean and feed fish. And Oliver does technically want to get married to Demi, love his fiancée, but he also wants to woohoo with 3 different Sims, and he is also extremely attracted to Brittany. So I think I had like a starting fling going on between the two of them, but so far they haven't really wanted to stray from their partners. Of course, Brittany also has an affair with Beau's younger brother, Mike. So looks like she only has 2 attraction balls with both of these guys though, whereas Oliver is a 3-bolter for her. So that might be something as well. So why not have Oliver just hang out with Leroy before he leaves? By the way, how trained are Leroy? He is nearly housebroken and nearly learned to eat the correct food. So I think that maybe he can just go down and praise him. And yes, of course, Beau is leaving for work now. Very good. Oh yeah, and Brittany has some dead plants out here. Yeah, she has to take care of that later. He's waving to the dog, saying good morning. But praise him, please. Oh, good. He learned it fully. Perfect. Okay, so Brittany has started to play. She doesn't need to do that. Yeah, all the beds are made, and I guess she can go downstairs and just say good morning to Oliver before they have to leave. Yeah, so okay, yeah. Brittany is coming home at 3, and Oliver is coming home at 5, so he actually works longer. And Beau is also coming home at 3, so I guess we're gonna rejoin these guys at 3 p.m. later. All right, talking about college and about the fact that it started to snow. Speaking of that, I think I might have to activate the radiators. Yeah, turn that on. Because it's gonna get really, really cold in here soon. So better prepare for that. I hope I have radiators everywhere. Looks like it. Yeah. Let's do that before you leave for work, though. Okay, good. So they should all be on, and Brittany can also leave for work. And Leroy is gonna be home alone. He would need a bath, technically, but I guess he can wait. Oh yeah, and I'm also happy to see that they're actually wearing their outerwear now. That's perfect. Right. So they're heading out, and I'm gonna jump over to the Landgrab household. And here we are. So Malcolm has only just returned from the community lot here. And yeah, technically he was going to work today, but he has 2 vacation days. So I guess he can work from home today. And Dina is, of course, unemployed, so she can be at home with Malcolm and help him out with the party. And then, of course, the kids are going to go to school. They should already be on the bus, really. But I think they might have been trying to finish up their breakfast or something because they have half-eaten plates here. So maybe I can just have them finish those up and then go to school. Okay. Those 2 try to do something. Oh no, what is this now? Is it something to do with... Because oh, the school bus is coming. Because I know that I had some issues with like installing a garden mod, and then some of the plants that I already had like were bugging out. I'm just gonna take a look at the log here to see if it has anything to do with weeds. Yeah. Plant small grass. I think I figured that out actually now that I think about it when I played with Ricky's household last, that it had something to do with the Miasmata set. Do I have something from that here? Maybe. Can't see anything straight off the bat. Oh, here. Oh, yes. So if I'm hovering over that, it's the grass. So let's just see if I can get rid of the grass. And I'm gonna have to cover the pool tile with something else then. That's not a bad idea. Well, it was a pretty bad idea. Oh, no. Don't move the tree. And then I think it will look bad if I put in a rock there. That's like my go-to thing to cover up those pool tiles. But I mean, I don't know what else to put in there. I guess I can do that and then just sort of put that there. I think that's fine. And then this lupin plant can go at the back, maybe? Yeah, that should work. I think so. Let's see if that resolved the issue. Or do I have any more grass? No, seems like that stopped it. Good. But I mean, you can... Oh, it's already doing that. So I'm gonna let them go with the school bus. And okay, the little puppy has peed on the floor here. So do you have the time to scold? Oh, good. scold for peeing on the floor. It's not really that fair because little Lord here has no way to get down to the grass as a puppy, but I guess it's good to train him anyway. And this is actually a little puppy that I'm very, very happy about. I don't know if you recall this, but unfortunately Dina's Chihuahua, Romeo, that she had like almost since I started out this neighborhood, because I didn't used to have this short a lifespan from my pets, 11 days as adults. So back then I just had them at the normal, and that's basically as long as it's default for Sims. So Romeo had been with us for a very long time. Unfortunately, he passed away very recently, but before then he actually managed to have some puppies. So that's why Dina was given Lord here, who is between Romeo and Lily, the Bruning family's dog, and they kept the other puppy lady. So I'm actually very happy that little Lord is part of the family. So let's just do this. I know you don't like cleaning, Dina, but if you're going to have guests, needs must. And I think that she can also have some breakfast, actually. I guess she would have like bruschetta or something. And Malcolm would actually also need to eat something. Amusingly enough, apparently he wants to go on a date with Grace and Bendette, who is straight. But I guess Malcolm is getting a little bit desperate after what has happened with Don. They have basically broken things off, and they are not friendly with each other at the moment. So Malcolm really has no romantic prospects at the moment, besides, of course, Dina, who is just, married to because of convenience, to keep up his image. But yeah. So he's not very happy at the moment, I don't think. And I'm sure he would busy himself with work to distract himself from everything. And apparently he's sick with a cold as well, so a lot of things going around here. Let's just take a look in their inventories if they have anything. Okay, so Dina apparently has some invisible daisy bouquets. I'm gonna just go ahead and delete those. And okay, so she has the superstar report. That seems like something she would want, definitely. Do I have anywhere good for her to have it? Like here, maybe. That makes sense. Oh, he actually has a pill bottle. Nice. So I can have Malcolm take the medicine then. I guess I must have sent him to the pharmacy previous to this. No, little Lewis is begging for food. That's cute. Right, so he would technically be at work from 9, but I guess this is a little bit early to have that gathering, so maybe around lunchtime or something they could have it. I guess this would be fun for Dina as well, because she can easily get a little bit isolated here without anything to do with her days except like hanging around at home, So yeah, you can just... Oh, I think the snow is coming. Yeah, so just change into your everyday, actually. He stopped eating. I guess he was coughing or something. Okay, she wants to do something fun. Apparently the gardener is already out here with the dead plants. So she doesn't really have to do anything with that, even though her hobby is nature. Yeah, I don't think she would want to do anything up here. She is very lazy, but she's also keeping herself fit, so maybe she would just want to go and work out for a little bit before the guests come, to sort of get that out of the way. I guess she would be pretty diligent about keeping up her good physique, even though she really detests doing physical activities. Malcolm is the complete other way around. That's actually his main hobby, I'm pretty sure, that fitness. Yeah, exactly. So he would love to join her working out. Okay, so you have bills. I guess Malcolm can take care of that before he invites everyone over. And I'm also thinking that maybe he wants to serve something as well, some sort of party platter or something, if he can. He can serve a very simple one, and that's good. But let's start with the medicine. Good, he's healthy again. That's perfect. Do you know the maid? No, you don't. You can tip him 10 simoleons. That is Amar Barakat, apparently. Now they know each other. All right. So let's take care of the bills. Yeah, Dina is not having fun down here at all. But I guess she put in enough effort now, so... Oh, she was also sick, apparently, but now she's healthy again, so she can have a quick shower. And actually, yeah, the radiators are not turned on yet here either, so let's do that before they start to freeze. Ah, Alba has started to paint something. Looks like it's the pond outside. That's really pretty, actually. Good, so that were the radiators, and now she can just shoo the maid out of here. Or maybe she just undresses in front of him, okay? Whatever works, Dina. Okay, so Malcolm has paid the bills, looks like. And there are already some drinks served here, looks like, so he can just let them stay there and just serve a platter of veggies and hummus. Oh, he just took it out. Actually didn't have to do anything. Let's just put that to the side for a moment. Right, so I guess that's about it. So I think the easiest way for doing this is to just throw a party, but the risk is that no one shows up because all of them are at work. Yeah, let's just risk it and see what happens. So let's go with throw a party, and well, it's gonna be just a house party then. And I was saying that it was gonna be a business party, but I mean, he could invite in some of his influential friends as well, so Jennifer might as well come, and Comey, Kennedy, of course, is part of the business technically, Goopy as well, Daniel Pleasant, yeah, sure. Dirk, yeah, he very much wants to be part of his business, but it's not, so yeah. Do I want him to invite him anyway? I mean, if he wants Dirk to join his business, he can invite him and let's see if he comes. He probably won't come. Cassandra Goth seems like there's this whole history between Dina and Cassandra. And while she's rich, she's not really that involved in businesses in that way. So maybe he would not invite her, actually. He seems to be fairly friendly with her, but yeah, I think that Dina would say no to that one, actually. Chandler is part of their business. Oh yeah, he would invite over Marissa, for sure, and Randy. Jan isn't really part of any business like that, but she's friendly with Dina, though, so I guess she can come. And of course, her husband was invited as well. I'm gonna be playing the Burbs later, and I think that they wouldn't want to come to something like this, so I'm gonna wait with them. Alexander Goth is interesting, though, because he has the science facility. And that's more neutral compared to Cassandra, so I guess maybe invite him instead. Tosha would be home with the kids, I'm sure. Mary Sue should be invited. And of course, LaShawn and Lauren. And of course, he can invite Grayson then, since he invited his wife, and since Malcolm apparently wants to go on a date with him. I think that should probably be the ones that should be invited. I think that Mary Sue would probably want to invite Angela to something like this, but Angela is no doubt busy at her new job at the hospital in downtown, I think I said it was. Because she quit her job at the local hospital after her fight with Jennifer, right? So yeah, she wouldn't come, I don't think. But we have plenty people here anyway. So I'm gonna say yes to that, and let's see who actually shows up. So question is if I want to turn on some music, right? I do have a stereo here, so let's do that. And you can turn off this actually. Dina really hasn't been hanging out with her new puppy that much, looks like. So maybe she should take some time to do that. Right, so I do think that the guests did arrive here now. Yeah, there's actually quite a few of them who did show up. Nice. That's awesome, actually. Seems like they showed up even though they should be at work, technically. That's actually perfect. So, yeah. Maybe Malcolm should like toast them welcome or something. So I can put this on. Apparently I can put it here. That should work. So let's see. Toast with. Who would he toast with? Maybe he should toast with Kome. No, you know what? He should toast with Kennedy actually, because of the successful first game at the soccer field. That makes more sense. So let's see if everyone gathers here. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're gonna go outside too, Kennedy. What? Wait, don't do that. Let's move Kennedy here then, so that you're actually at a more realistic spot. Okay, no, fail. I wanted them to just gather here, you know? Well, these two toasted anyway. Maybe he should like toast too. Is that the thing? Yeah, he's really, really attracted to Grayson, apparently. I mean, Grayson is one of those Sims that I've not known what to do with at all. I mean, he doesn't really read as gay to me, but I mean, just out of curiosity, what happens if I turn him bisexual briefly? I mean, that's 2 attraction bolts with him. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Just for the added drama, and because Malcolm keeps rolling those ones. Things are looking a little bit different here then, so maybe I should actually just ignore the physique want here and lock in the date with Grayson instead, because it's more fun. Of course, he still wants Archie to be an overachiever though, so that still has to be locked in there. And Dirk actually showed up. That's pretty funny. I didn't want you to put it there though, but maybe we can try the toasting again. So I'm assuming that he has to like toast to someone instead. So let's just toast to Kennedy instead. Let's see if everyone gathers then. He's also attracted to Dirk. He keeps rolling ones for that as well. Why do you keep putting it down over there? You had a perfectly good table over... Oh, anyway. Never mind. At least people are gathering here now, so... What on earth is going on out here? Daniel is like giving huge praises to Phoenix for some reason. I can't think of a reason why he would do that, but okay, sure. I guess the toasting is over with. So who would he talk to? Of course, he would try to befriend some people here. A lot of his relationships from work are not that high. I think that he would be kind of avoiding Beau a little bit after what happened last time with Beau accidentally walking in on him and Don having a moment when they broke up at his office, and then they sort of revealing to each other that they were gay but hiding it. So I think that Malcolm might be blanking Beau at the moment. Try to, not make it appear that way, but that he's avoiding him. Yeah, I think he might want to approach Lauren because they are sort of managing Landgrab Industries together. Just throw in some good interactions here with them. And what is Dina doing? She is friends with Marissa, but she's not really friendly with anyone else. Oh yeah, and Jan, of course. I mean, I can see her wanting to approach Mary Sue, maybe? Because she is also best friends with Jennifer, and they are part of the same family after all. So why not? Also, Mary Sue is very, very influential, so she's almost like the queen of the neighborhood. Well, so far the party is a snoozer, but it looks like people are starting to move around at least to do different things. Looks like some of them are trying to use the bathroom. Maybe I should take care of everyone's bladder, actually, because otherwise they're just going to focus on that. Motives, bladder, everyone, full. So then they don't have to worry about that. Oh wow, Jennifer is really, really sick, looks like. Okay, so we have Beau hanging out here with Daniel. They're kinda family now after he is also part of the Burb family, of course, now. But we do have a chance card apparently for Archie. After the lunchtime break, Archie and his friends have a few minutes left and start playing a friendly game of tag. Archie gets tagged pretty quick and is now it. There are 2 potential targets nearby. Brian, who is one of the fastest kids in school, and Tyler, a not very athletic boy. Should Archie go for the difficult tag or pick the easy target? I'm pretty sure that he would go for the fast kid, the difficult one. Archie does a pretty good job cornering Brian and tagging him within a few seconds. Brian, in return, decides to go after Archie, and so a continuing feud between the 2 kids erupts. They chase each other back and forth across the schoolyard, tagging each other, climbing over fences, and jumping over obstacles in the process. Archie gets a great workout and gains enthusiasm in sports. I can really see that like in front of me. That's actually pretty fitting for Archie, I think. Okay, good. So the party is up to not bad at least now, so that's good. Progress at least. So far, no one seems interested in the refreshments, though. I wonder if I can like call to meal or something. Nope. She can't. But it looks like they have decided that the TV is more interesting than the music, so they are not dancing with each other. No, typical Chandler hanging out with the dog instead of people. That fits him so well. I really see Chandler as a dog lover. Wonder what Dirk is going to be up to. I bet he's feeling really, really awkward around here. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to seek out solitude. I'm not sure exactly why he showed up, but maybe he wants to like not be left out, and maybe he wants to weigh his options or something, and maybe meet people that he can use to be a competitor to Malcolm instead. Phoenix thinks that Daniel is attractive. That's pretty funny. Okay, now they have started the dance at least a little bit. And we have the teenagers back from school. I think that they're gonna go to work, both of them. Yeah, Archie is at least. And okay, so Alba doesn't have a job actually, so she's gonna be home. Yeah, and also Malcolm thinks that Daniel is attractive. He seems really like obsessed with trying to find another love interest, because he keeps like wolf whistling at other guys. Only straight ones though. And of course, Chandler again with the dogs. That's adorable. Okay, so we have some friends home from work here as well. So Amelia is joining the party, looks like, and actually also one of the Burbs arrived here. So looks like Beau might be. Oh, I thought he was leaving. No, he just wanted to go outside, apparently. Okay, so Phoenix is getting along with Alexander. That's nice. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna change Grayson back to straight because I just feel like he's so interested in his wife and I can't really see it either. So I guess that Malcolm is just gonna have to suffer. But that is part of his story at the moment, so it fits that he's just attracted to straight guys. So here we have Will Burb, now a teenager. Apparently the teenagers wanted to join the party. Looks like maybe Alexander and Phoenix made friends because they, or at least Alexander got a power wand. So how are you doing with your friendship with Lauren now then? You're friends? That's good. And yeah, you can actually hang out a bit with Goopy, I think. Don't mind these two. Where is Goopy though? I think he was at the pool table earlier. Yeah, exactly. So why don't you head upstairs and hang out with him? And these two are almost friends. It's a little bit annoying though that no one is interested in the food. At least I don't think so. LaShawn is interested in the drinks though. That's also on brand, I feel like. You know, Daniel never knows how to behave, does he? He's always doing some strange stuff at other people's houses. And I guess Marissa got the confidence to join him now that he's actually in here. Well, knock yourselves out. Okay, they stopped, but they're actually friends now, so I think that Dina can actually chat with Lauren as well. They don't have very much time left of the party, though. Beau is kind of awkwardly keeping himself in Malcolm's line of sight. I guess that he would be noticing that Malcolm is avoiding him, and that he would be a little bit flustered. Well, looks like Dirk had a good time up here, anyway. Even though it was a little bit of an awkward party for him to attend, I'm sure. Well, good. I think that the guests are probably going to leave. And, well, I guess they can go ahead and just eat these plates. So that it's not going to waste. Oh no, she has the flu now. I guess Jennifer got her sick or something. Oh yeah, they have music up here as well. I've forgotten about that. But on the other hand, Grayson didn't leave. He's awkwardly standing here in his swimwear. Well, at least Malcolm can hang out with him then. They could become friendly and let's see what happens. Maybe I change my mind again. Another chance card for Archie. It's the last day of the Inter-Office Fantasy League and Archie's team has a good chance of winning the title. Unfortunately, his star player is questionable for tonight's game. Should Archie take the risk of playing the injured star, or should he go the safe route and bench him? I think that Archie would play the star anyway. Stick with the horse that got you there. Archie decides to play the slightly injured starter and gets rewarded with a great game. Archie easily wins the game and thus the league, securing the prize money. Nice. Wow. No, that was actually... that was Malcolm's salary. I was like, oh my god, did he get like almost 2,000 simoleons from that? But no, it was Malcolm's. Well, okay. Dina wants to juggle tumblers. I actually think that she would probably go out and get into the hot tub because even though it's snowing, it would be pretty nice sitting out there, I guess. Let's just keep an eye on her so she doesn't freeze to death. Okay, and Grayson is having a drink. I thought he was gonna join them and eat, but apparently not. Okay, so Malcolm is done with that. Maybe he can just approach Grayson then. It is pretty funny that he just stayed out of his own volition. Talk about fitness. I think Grayson's hobby is sports, actually. Yeah, we know that you're attracted to him, Malcolm. Clean that up and yeah, I guess put away leftovers. And well, she wants to go on a date with Hugo. Oh no, not on a date. She wants to go steady with Hugo, that is. That could be interesting. I know that she is in love with him, but I don't know about him. She needs to do her homework. So let's start her up on that first. But yeah, that might be awkward though. Because Hugo is Grayson's son. So maybe Malcolm shouldn't do this. Now that I think about it. Let's not make this even more convoluted than it already is. He can get the 500,000 simoleon want instead. But they can be friends, I guess. And it could be the case that Malcolm is super attracted to him and wants to be close to him, but Grayson isn't interested at all. Okay, so we got some deep snow now. Nice. How are you doing out here, Dina? You're actually warm, so that's good. I guess she doesn't care about what weather it is. She just really loves sitting out here. So I was thinking about that he is an elder and Malcolm is just an adult, but actually Malcolm is going to be an elder in 2 days. 1 day technically, because it's almost 6 p.m. So they are pretty close in age, I think, actually. Oh, you're already done. That was quick work. Nice. Well, in that case, maybe she should just invite over Hugo for a date. Oh, he's at work. Oh no. She had to have an awkward conversation with his mom. Well, why don't you just continue painting this then? Dina is having the time of her life out here. She's maxed out her fun, but she's getting tired though, so I think she might want to have some espresso. Brandy and Dina are no longer best friends though. That's something that we're gonna have to fix later on because, yeah, I thought that I could invite over the Landgrabs for dinner at the Burbs later. So change into your everyday. And then we can go ahead with the espresso. Looks like the dog is having fun out here in the snow. Well, looks like some of these friendships are starting to slip for her. So she might want to just call some of her friends up. Wow, they're not friends yet. My goodness, this is taking a long time. And she's done with the painting. And I actually want to hang this on the wall, I think, because it was really pretty. And I think that they would pretty proudly display it somewhere as well, that their daughter painted this masterpiece. Question is where? It could be here. Or actually maybe here. That's even better, I think. It has its own spot there. Like that. And let's frame it. Yeah, that's nice. So it's a little bit left until Hugo is available. So maybe she can just freshen herself up or something. Oh wow, this is broken. Do any of you have anything in mechanical? No, not at all. But I guess she can call the repairman. Okay, so they're gonna come tomorrow. Oh, well, let's just ignore that for now then. Oh, good. Good God. Let's just ignore this whole bathroom because someone has really, really used it. That's strange, though, that the cleaner never took care of the bed in here. Okay, yeah, she wants to hang out with the puppy, but the thing is that the puppy is super tired. I do want her to, yeah, be friendlier with her puppy. Oh no, she woke him up anyway. Well, let's, don't turn it on again. I said you to turn it off. So yeah, let's just do some interactions here. We're gonna remove the pickup interactions. Otherwise, she's gonna put him down all the time. Yeah, exactly. Malcolm is gonna age up tomorrow. And how are things going here? Are you friends yet? You're not friends yet. But at least it looks like he's sort of outstayed his welcome, so just say goodbye to Grayson. Oh, nice! Archie's an overachiever. That's perfect. So he's in the top of the political career. And that is an intern, I guess. Yep. I'm gonna change that out in my spreadsheet. That actually means that Archie could be part of the political career now, because I have that set up here for teenagers and elders. He's going to be there between 15 to 18, though, and that's after Marissa has already stopped working. Yeah, I don't have to stick to those times. So let's just add him in there. And then when I play Marissa next time, I can summon him in as well. Nice. Things are looking up somewhat for Malcolm then. Since his son was an overachiever, that has been a very long-term goal for him at least. So he got something. And I think that he would probably work out. He's in dire need of a shower after all, so let's just use what he has left. How's it going with the puppy here? They're friends now. Nice. Okay, so Dina actually wants to give Don a call. She wants to invite him over, though. Yeah, she wants to have her friends over. Because what I was thinking was that she's probably heard what has happened between Malcolm and Don at this point. Well, she definitely has heard about it. So maybe she wants to call Don up to give him a piece of her mind, you know? So I think that she's actually going to call him. She needs to use the bathroom first, though. Okay, so let's see here. Archie needs to eat something, so I'm gonna just get leftovers for him. And I guess that Alba can try again to ask Hugo on a date. Oh, that's the only thing that they have. That's not gonna be very filling. Maybe he should just make something quickly for himself then. So what can you make? Oh, is it you who has fish in your inventory? No, I guess it's in the fridge then. But I don't think you should do that. Maybe just make some mac and cheese for yourself. Because the others aren't really hungry. Okay. Where would she be? She would be like... Maybe she would go here to call Don. And they've been close friends for a very long time after all as well, so she might want to get his perspective on things as well. Okay, the date is starting. No, both of them wants to go steady. Hopefully we can make that happen. Oh, and we have Laura Pye. That's a townie right now, but it's someone who Mike Newbie has started to go out with, actually. So she's a little bit interesting for as far as townies go. Well, they have greeted each other. Let's just send them upstairs, maybe. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Let's just throw you in the shower, Malcolm. Looks like she's not really liking what Don is saying. Yeah, they're disagreeing about this. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so she has arrived upstairs and Hugo is on his way. So she wants to tell a joke, entertain, tell dirty jokes. So let's joke around a bit. Oh, he has some really stunning pimples apparently. And this is tickled, sure. What is this? Slow dance. I mean, the music is on, so they could probably do that. Let's just tell a dirty joke first. The dog is serenading them. Yeah, let's go ahead with a slow dance then. Yeah, and I think that he can probably have some espresso after this. And Archie has eaten. That's great. And he needed to do his homework as well. So I'm going to send him upstairs to do that. I think he had like 2 pairs of homework to do. He's not as diligent as Alba is when it comes to homework, I guess. Although, to be fair, he has a job and she doesn't. I think lower hands and smooch is a little bit advanced for these two. So let's just keep it at that. Well, maybe they want to play some billiards. Do you want to join her? Okay, so she's hung up on Don now, it looks like. I think she probably wants to go upstairs and freshen up a bit. Maybe take a bubble bath. I think that's good enough. I'm pretty sure that she has a cup of feel on her bed. Yep, she does. Looks like they keep trying to have like negative topics that they're talking about. I think they have made out before, right? Yeah, they have. Actually, looks like Malcolm could eat something. So let's make some hamburgers. Anyone who wants to eat can eat. Looks like Dina is going to bed already. It's 9 p.m., so pretty late. Looks like maybe it's only Malcolm who wants to eat after all. But Archie can use the bathroom, and then, what should he do? Maybe turn this off and go downstairs and watch some sports, maybe? Maybe you... Okay, serve a meal. Maybe let's just have you have dinner instead then. You can make a hamburger for yourself. Okay. Or actually, Alba would need to eat something. Changing my mind again, but he's already taking that out. Let's just clean this up then and serve hamburgers after all. Okay, why don't you go here? And let's just throw all caution to the wind and propose to go steady. Let's see what he replies. Yeah, he's into it. No, that's really cute. Nice. So they're actually going steady now. That's really sweet. And that didn't jump their date up very much though. So maybe let's just have some romantic interactions here. And maybe Hugo also needs to eat something actually, so they can probably go downstairs and eat together. And are you watching the sports channel? Yeah, you are. Good. That's what I wanted you to do. Don't have to serve that many plates though. Eat that one. Just calling him to meal. That's nice. Yeah, I really do think that Malcolm approves of this little cute relationship. You know, unlike his son's romance with Hazel, this isn't really intruding on any of his own secret relationships, although he would really like to start something up with Hugo's father, apparently. Yeah, I think that since he likes Grayson and Marissa, I think he probably likes Hugo as well. No, these two are so cute together. And of course, Malcolm wants to mess with him. Oh, he didn't appreciate it though. Oh no. That was a failed attempt. I think that Hugo wants to impress Malcolm. I think he recognizes that Malcolm is a important player and being a fortune sim as well. I think that he's pretty impressed with his accomplishments. Yeah, so Archie's going to bed. Makes sense. The dogs are feeling okay. Well, these two have had a great date. I don't think that every date has to be a dream date, you know? This was just sort of a cute home date where they agreed to go steady, so I think it's pretty special for them, but I mean, she's really tired now. So I think that she actually wants to end the date. Oh, he was actually also thinking the same, so they're gonna end the date and he's gonna head home. And I think Alba can go to bed. And also Malcolm, actually. Just checking so the dogs have food. They do. Just gonna drop down her energy a little bit so she doesn't wake up in the middle of the night. Yeah, so these guys are going to bed and we're gonna jump back a few hours and join the Burb family. So the Burbs are all at work or school, but I did start this a little early here because unfortunately Cleo, their dog, who is an elder and who's been with the family for many, many years, just maxed out at 17 days old. She's sleeping right now, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have Grim over here at any moment, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let her sleep the last few hours that she's gonna be alive. But unfortunately, this dog is gonna be no more after this. I think maybe the teenagers will have the time to come back from school to say goodbye, hopefully. Yeah, here we have them. They're gonna make it. And neither of them have jobs actually, so that's good. They're gonna be here then. So Poppy wants to do something fun. I guess she can just watch TV. And actually Will as well. And his interest was tinkering. So he does have a helicopter toy out back that I can go out and play with. Yeah, so Poppy's hobby is music and dance, so apparently it's snowing, but it's not so cold that they need outerwear yet. That is a little annoying. I think maybe I can adjust that here. If I go to, yeah, the sim manipulator. And then, let's see here. Should be something like weather. Yeah, alter weather. Set outside temperature. Below 0 temperature. Looks like the helicopter toy got stuck. Okay, I have no idea what this means, but maybe let's do 18 or something, I don't know. And then he can probably change into his outerwear and keep playing with that. No idea if that's gonna work, but... And Poppy has actually maxed out her fun, so she can turn that off, and let's also turn on all of the radiators. There we go. And Poppy has actually tried to get fit. She was overweight a little while ago, but she has really worked hard at it, and as a teenage girl and a romance sim, she has really wanted to get into shape. She's actually even taken things into her own hands to stop eating so much, which has been very, very sad because of her mother's amazing cooking, of course. She's at meal times even just grab the juice at times, which is not good, long term. But she would definitely take this moment to work out. No, Cleo is going to growl at Lizzie, like the last thing she does, probably. But so far she's hanging on, like maybe... No, okay, now she's nice. Okay, so Poppy gained another body skill point. She actually has quite a lot, but that's also because she's doing ballet. She's not getting very much physique from the ballet bar, though. So that's why she's also combining it with biking. Yeah, and here comes Grim. Oh, he's walking up the stairs. I never noticed that before. Yeah. Sad times. Brandy actually had time to come home as well to say her goodbyes. Yeah. So long, Cleo. It's been nice knowing you. You're that one pet that I've never liked her beds. She's always like going out to the road and lying down there in the bushes instead. So she's had quite a personality, actually, this dog. Yeah. Right, so Poppy is probably not going to work out anymore now, so she's going to head upstairs and freshen up instead. And Will can actually go ahead and move this grave to... There we are, the cemetery. Okay, so Lizzie is going to be their only dog now, for now. So I guess she's going to need quite a lot of attention. Well, I think Will is feeling quite finished with his playing around as well then. Looks like he needs some fun now. He does have some budding friendships here. He's best friends forever with Nico Brunig, and he's also quite close with his family members. He used to be very, very close with Kian Miguel, and I think Kian might actually be aging up today, so he might actually go upstairs and call up Kian. And Brandy actually also wants to get fit. I guess she's been inspired by her daughter. Why don't you also go ahead and have a bath? And then you can invite people over for dinner later. Something that I've realized is that Lizzie doesn't have a collar. So maybe I want to get that just in case she runs away, Spend some time chatting there. And actually Poppy also is feeling a little bit lonely now. She's having a romantic relationship with Jason Fancy, of course. That's a long-term thing. And she's also quite close with Laurent Brunig and Alba Landgrab, of course, her best friend. She's actually quite close also with Lucy, now that I look at it. Other than that, Jolie Bruty and Natalia Langrak. I think that might be girls that she danced ballet with. And she also danced, of course, with Hector when they were children. Would Poppy get along with Hector? I think that she might. Let's call up Hector. I think that might actually be something that is more like growing stronger now that he's away from his oppressive mother and living with his brother instead. That he is actually blossoming into more of a sociable person, maybe. When is John returning? He wants to have a child. No, John, we're not going to have any more children. So typical of John Burb. Well, good. So actually, John has this garden out here. And they are sickly, so he should probably take care of those. And I think that Brandy can go ahead and buy a collar for Lizzie. Shop online, buy collar. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. And let's find a good mirror. Yeah, this one works. Yeah, so John actually has a gold talent badge in gardening, so that's nice. It's a bit sad that someone with a gold talent badge has sickly plants, though. Oh. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's try again. It's a very slim bathroom. I guess that's why, but usually it works anyway. Why don't you move here and no, don't do that. Let's try again. No, okay. I'm just gonna put in a temporary mirror here then. Let's use this one instead. I think that might actually have been like one of those invisible medicine cabinets. Yeah, I don't want those anymore. They become so obsessed with brushing their teeth using those. There we go. Yeah, looking good. I guess I wasn't in the habit of putting collars on my dog back then when I played this last. Now it just feels so empty without one. I guess I've had some dogs run away after that point, so I was scarred by that. I think she's pretty young. Yeah, she is. Is she trained? She could be better trained, actually. So why don't you praise? That's good. And you can use the bathroom, and yeah, I guess that Brandy could invite people over. John actually also needs to freshen up before they arrive, though. But he's still in the garden. Really friends with him yet, so I'm gonna drag that down. And how about you? Okay, you're back to being really, really close. That's good. So you don't need to worry about that. And why don't you also use the bathroom and do your homework? And Poppy can also do her homework after this. Okay, John is apparently finished out here. Good. So you can also use the bathroom. And Brandy is pretty much done. Oh, the computer is broken. I think I can actually sell this one because I would like to have another one for them anyway. Yeah, maybe this. Okay, so why don't you... Question is if I want to throw a party or if I just want to invite over friends. Let's just invite over friends. So let's start with the Landgrabs. I mean, technically their children are friends with their children. Yeah, let's invite over everyone, I guess. The dog can come too. Oh, let's see who appears then. Maybe not everyone. And let's call Beau as well. Let's invite over Brittany as well. They'll be right over. And yeah, I think that's fine. Don't have to invite even more people than that. And Brandy can actually go ahead and start serving dinner. The only thing is that this table is not going to fit everyone. It is a quite big space, though, so I could buy them a bigger table. I think that should fit everyone. Yeah, let's try it at least. And I do see this meal serving setter, so I think I need to put it to, yeah, 10. But this is not 10 shares, but anyway. It will work somewhat at least. You can fill the bowl and then, well, what should they eat? Lasagna maybe. That sounds delicious. Okay. She errored out for some reason. Oh well. Let's serve this again. Uh-oh. We got some pink flashing. I guess I'm gonna have to save and reload a lot. Let's hope it doesn't crash. And I'm back, and it didn't crash, so happy. So Brandy's gonna continue cooking dinner, and we also have the guests actually arriving out here. So hopefully they are coming inside. Or maybe they have to greet them actually. That makes sense. John is still at the bathroom. I guess Brandy's gonna have to interrupt cooking dinner and go out and greet everyone. Apparently Dina and Brittany are matching each other in fur coats. Great. And I think that she would hug her son. I don't know how well she knows Brittany actually. They've met, so I guess she can specifically greet her as well. And yeah, this this dinner might be a little bit awkward for Malcolm as well, since he's been avoiding Beau. Let's see if we actually catch them chatting later. Okay, but let's continue with dinner. And John is actually done, so he can come downstairs. Poppy is still chatting with Hector though, but they are friends now, so I guess she can turn to her homework. Well, actually, she can ignore the homework for now and go downstairs instead. Will can finish up with his homework though. So where do we have the guests? Can you please come inside? And Brandy, I wanted you to continue cooking. Okay, so John is actually not very close at all with Beau. That seems like an oversight. He really should be far closer than this. I think I'm gonna actually bump them up a little bit. They don't have to be like best friends, but this seems a bit extreme, you know? They have been living together and everything, so it makes sense that he's not close with Dustin, but Beau he really should have at least some relationship with. And Poppy, why don't you call over Alba? Looks like Archie might not have made it, actually. But I think that he might have been at work. Hi, Phoenix! How funny that he, of all people, worked past. Brandy, please cook dinner. And apparently John is sick with the flu, so at least he's not the one cooking. Oh no, they're not getting along. Well, I guess this isn't a perfect relationship. So where did Alba go? Here. So I guess that they can chat. Please and thank you. There we go. Well, if not with Beau, maybe you can just join these guys at the TV. And Brittany is hanging out in the kitchen here. I guess she's hungry. Brittany's mom, Jan Tellerman, also is a huge fan of cooking. So I think that, having a hot, warm mother's meal served to her is a luxury that Brittany is missing. So it makes sense that she would be very eager to sit down at the dinner table. So some of these guys are sitting down to eat. That's good. I think that Brandy would like to sit down here. Maybe, maybe the teenagers can eat out by the TV or something. Oh, but she's going to. Okay, never mind. Dina is joking around with Beau here. So I actually think that there's this slightly awkward moment at the dinner table when Brandy starts to ask questions about Beau and Brittany, and sort of alluding to them having lived together for such a long time and when's the wedding and that kind of thing. And I think that Beau is getting really, stiff and awkward about that whole thing, especially since he also has Malcolm here in the corner hearing everything. And Brittany is also getting pretty awkward because she knows that Beau is not out of the closet and she doesn't want to reveal anything. It's especially Brandy that Beau is sort of hiding this from. So Beau doesn't really correct her when she alludes to the two of them being together, and Brittany can't really say anything either. So they are in this very, awkward situation where Brandy sort of assumes that the two of them are together, and she seems very, happy about that fact, and sort of settles in that knowledge. And Beau is just not correcting her in this situation. And of course, Malcolm hears everything. Even if he's not sitting down at the table, the conversation is not exactly private, So I think that he is yeah, also getting a little bit stiff. Of course, knowing the truth, and yeah. It's in general a pretty awkward situation at dinner, I think. Right, so we have also Will doesn't really have much of a relationship with Alba, but looks like Alba wants to chat with him, so I'm gonna let them do that. Well, unlike his mother, looks like he's not particularly interested in food. Let's try this again. Yeah, and I think that pretty much as soon as they're done with dinner, Brittany is going to sort of excuse herself, say that she has to leave. So she's gonna head out. But the others are gonna remain for a while longer. Okay, so Malcolm finally sat down at the dinner table, but Beau is leaving. I think he's probably looking for Brittany to see where she ran off to. Oh, it was a very delicious dinner, looks like, because both John and Brandy became overweight now. Oh, wow. So Malcolm approached Beau, and I think that he's giving him strange looks, talking seemingly about work, but maybe he's questioning him a little bit, like under his breath, about what just happened with Brittany. And Beau is sort of like trying to ignore the topic. And apparently Malcolm doesn't really like that. But Brandy and John seems to be very tired, both of them. So I think that actually it's time for all of them to leave. So she's just going to say goodbye to everyone. And Poppy is playing, but I think that she needed to do her homework. Yes. And Will apparently wanted to paint. Is he interested in that? He's interested in tinkering, but a little bit in art, I guess. So I can allow him to do that. Great. So they're leaving, and looks like this one is already started on, but I think that this one is completely fresh. So John has actually gone to bed, but he also needs to use the bathroom. So I'm just gonna ask him to use the loo first. Okay, well, since she still wants to get fit, I think maybe Brandy wants to work out a little bit since her easel is occupied at the moment. Okay, so Lizzie is really hungry, so I'm worried about the food bowl since I changed out things with the table, and Brandy also errored out so that she actually can access it. Wonder if I can just control pets quickly and just see if she can. No, she actually can't access this. I see. What about putting it here instead? No, she still can't access it. Okay, what about buying a new one then? And then I'm gonna use the sim blender to go misc clean and fill pet dishes. And now she can actually eat. So let's see if she wakes up. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Poppy is done. Looks like she needs to use the bathroom first, and then maybe she can just dance for a little bit. Brandy started to get really tired, but she actually managed to just barely get back up until the normal weight again. Or maybe she didn't. Oh well, she's too tired now anyway. So I'm just gonna... Oh no, this is broken. Are they good at mechanical? No, but that could actually be something that Will is helping out with, since he's interested in tinkering. No, don't shower. I meant to use the bathroom. And then she can go to bed. So, yeah, rather than painting, you can actually scrap this. just go upstairs. Let's just wait for Brandy. There we go. And just repair this. See if he's successful. Okay, good. So Poppy probably also wants to go to bed. Very nice. I wonder what kind of tinkering hobby Will would like to do. I don't really get the car enthusiast vibe from him, but maybe he would be into like woodworking or something like that. I do have a woodworking table, and I think that they do have room for one out here in the garage. Yeah, so I think that that's something that Will could actually be working on, because teenagers can use it, right? Yes, they can. Good. Nice. He did it. Perfect. And he can go to bed, having successfully helped his parents. Great. So yeah, I'm gonna save here and I'm gonna pop back to the Newbie household. Oh, and so I thought, but apparently we have a burglar here. This is actually quite sad. We have Brooke Miguel coming here. That's Sophie Miguel's cousin. And the sad thing is that the Burbs have actually recently been burglarized and traumatized by that event, mainly Brandy. But now apparently we have a new break-in here in the same household. Wow, yeah, Brandy is not going to be happy about this, and I think that this is going to have consequences actually, because they have pretty influential friends. So whatever she's taking, they're not going to be happy. Is it going to be the car? I'm going to have to write down what she takes as well so that Gordon King can get that for his business. So, okay, she took John's car and it's back. Oh yeah, that's probably because I had an issue with the cars earlier. So I have to money minus 5,000, just about. I had an issue with the cars earlier, so I had to rebuy the car, but now it errored back apparently. But yeah, so I have to actually write that down here. Crime. Exactly. So I have this tab here, burglars, loot. Car worth there. And I'm actually not gonna like add that to his lot. I'm just gonna give him the money for it, or maybe not the full amount, but what it could be worth to resell. Okay, she's gonna take something else. I think that the last time that they were here, they took the car, the piano, and the TV. So let's see if it's the same things once more. So yeah, I think that, yeah, it looks like it. So after this point, I'm pretty sure that the Landgrabs are gonna like pitch in to install a burglar system in this house. Just so that they at least get the police to come when this happens again. So she took the TV as well, and I'm pretty sure it was this one. Yeah, so they're not going to be able to afford buying that back. So that was quite a good loot that she got here, the poor Burbs. So yeah, I'm going to say that Malcolm has installed this for them and maybe given them a little bit of money. So let's put it actually by the front door here. And then, yeah, let's give them like 500 simoleons or something. Okay, well, let's shut this down for real and go back to the Newbie household. So I'm back here with the Newbie family, and Brittany actually got a chance card. The precinct's kitchen is out of donuts, and the grumblings, both vocal and otherwise, are growing to a fevered pitch. Brittany herself is starving, but she also has a stack of important paperwork she needs to get done by the end of the day. The other officers would surely be grateful if she walked downtown and picked up a few dozen of the precinct's favorites, but the paperwork is also looming pretty large. I think that Brittany would finish her work, actually. Brittany tightens her belt and finishes off the overwhelming amount of paperwork in record time. She takes off early and decides to make a trip to the corner store for some sustenance before she heads home. Brittany picks up a deep-fried bear claw and a couple of lottery tickets. And lo and behold, one of the scratchers is a winner. Brittany downs the bear claw and cashes in the ticket for a tidy 1,000 simoleons. Cool. She needed that. Yeah, this poor landlord is trying to get to the garden things, so I'm just gonna delete him. He's gonna stand and complain there all day otherwise. Okay, so we have Beau and Brittany back home together, and Brittany wants to bring Erica Lee home from work. I don't think that she's in a very sociable mood at the moment, but it's good that she actually got to know her a little bit. That's apparently a new police officer in town. Good to know. Well, so these two are pretty awkward at the moment around each other. Brittany has been giving Beau the cold shoulder ever since that dinner, and I'm actually going to make her furious with him because of what he did. Maybe not that far down. She still loves him to death, but she is not happy with him at the moment. But she has not been confronting him, and he has not been able to make her talk. So right now, I think that she's just isolating herself from him, and she's gonna go and just work out for a bit. Whereas Beau is actually in dire need of some social here. So I guess he would like to hang out with Brittany, but she's not going to accept that. Someone is calling him, though. So let's answer that. It's his mother. So apparently Brandy is really fired up about this new apparent relationship that's going on. And I think that she's taking any moment to catch up with Beau and see what's going on with him. But of course, he's also awkward around her because he is really feeling bad about this whole situation. So he's probably going to hang up with her pretty soon, even though he wants to hang out with someone. But I think that he's going to take a refreshing shower after work. And meanwhile, Leroy has been home alone. He's feeling quite well, though. So he just needs a bath, really. And Brittany is sort of taking out her frustrations, working out, I think. Yeah. I think that she has some really, hard things to go through in her head at the moment. Because she does want to support Beau, of course. She always has. She's always had his back. But on the other hand, she can't do it at the cost of her own relationships, and her own, like what is actually going on. She can't be involved in it in that way. So she's having some troubling thoughts at the moment. But she's not sure how to handle it yet, so that's why she's sort of avoiding Beau instead. Oh, okay, maybe working out when she's ill wasn't the best idea, so let's send her upstairs and have a nice bubble bath. Maybe she can go up and rest after that. Don't think she has any medicine on her, right? No, she doesn't. Neither does Beau. Okay, and not Oliver either. I'm gonna praise the dog for behaving. That's good. And I think that Beau is probably in need of a nap, actually. So I'm just gonna send him to the sofa after this. And I think Brittany just wants to go to bed, honestly, so she's gonna go and sleep for a little bit. Oh, poor thing. She keeps coughing. Okay, so Oliver has returned from work, and I guess that he's been sort of the awkward third wheel in the household ever since that happened. And he, of course, knows nothing about what actually happened between them. So he's just sort of doing what he can to mediate between them, but he still can't really help them resolve the issue because he doesn't know anything about this. Looks like he is in much need of fun as well, and he actually recently joined Lilith's band together with Ophelia and Adriana. So I think that if he can, he would probably like to befriend those girls. They apparently are not close at all. I think he would actually target Lilith in that case to befriend her first. I think I'm just going to have him do that. Let's hope Lilith is at home. Yeah, she was good. So let's just have them chat for a while there. And Brittany is actually feeling a lot better now, so I can have her go up and I think she would like to call someone. She has been very close with Lucy, but they have slipped away from each other, and I think that she would need to have some sort of female support in this situation, so I think she would definitely call up Lucy. Of course, she's not going to be able to go into any details. She can just give her a hypothetical situation, I guess, because of course Lucy is also part of the Burb family, so she's also someone that shouldn't know about what actually is going on, but they can at least bond a little bit over this. And Beau is also feeling better. He's very, very lonely as well. I don't know what happened at work today. All of them came back super lonely. I think actually that Beau would like to call up Phoenix. Phoenix is a colleague and he's been giving Beau a bit of a hard time at work. Seeking him out all the time and distracting him and wanting to sort of joke around with him, it appears. But there's something about him that also is comforting to Beau, I think, and is drawing him to him. So I think that he would call up Phoenix. So the three of them are here in the apartment, not talking to each other, but desperately seeking out other relationships. That's actually pretty funny. But that's just how it went. Yeah, so Oliver's making great progress here with Lilith, looks like. And Brittany is back to friends with Lucy. Good. Yeah, so Oliver is definitely one who is best at cooking here, and I think that he might, put in some effort to bridge the gap between Brittany and Beau in order to make them hopefully friendly with each other again by serving dinner for them and things like that. So he might want to do that. Looks like it's hard to befriend Lilith though, but that makes sense. So I think he might just give up right now. He can make another attempt later. Yeah, let's serve up some dinner then. It was pretty cold out, so let's make some red pepper soup with mushrooms. That sounds delicious. Yes, I think that Beau can hang up with Phoenix. And oh, there's no food. All right. I don't think I want to risk any pink flashing again by having him travel there, so I'm just gonna have him call delivery. Good, I guess he can watch some TV for now. And I think actually that Brittany can hang up on Lucy and yeah, she probably doesn't want to be in her PJs, so change into everyday. And you can join down here. I think I'm going to send Beau upstairs to play some piano. The groceries are here, perfect. So let's try this again with the dinner. Oh, good. He managed not to burn it, and he actually also got the cooking skill point. That's awesome. So I guess these guys can come downstairs, or Beau can come downstairs, and Brittany can come to eat. And of course, Oliver is leading the conversations here to engage them both in something to talk about. Oh, actually looks like Brittany has a crush on Oliver. I think maybe she checked him out and got that now, because that's part of the romantic standards mode, that they can check other sims out and get a crush on them. That's interesting. He's not having a crush on her yet, though. Okay, something is happening. She's gonna blow a kiss. Oh no. He rejected it, of course he did. He's engaged after all. At least he can't accept it in front of Beau. Well, I guess that he would just go back upstairs then and play for a while. And actually, I think that Oliver would do pretty much the same, but I think he would sit down at his drum set. I'm not sure whose the bass is. I think that might be Oliver's as well. But I think that I'm gonna put that away in his inventory because it's just so cramped. And I feel like he would focus all his attention on the drums now that he's actually part of a band. And as Brittany is finishing up and getting ready to bed, and there is a knock at the door. And we have Mike coming into the house. And of course, Brittany is greeting him. And she asks, of course, what he's doing here all of a sudden. And well, he basically tells her that, hey, I heard from my mom that you're going out with Beau now. And well, this is a little bit awkward, but I thought I should probably just come over and, just talk to you about it and just confirm that, it's fine. It's no worries. We'll just put the past behind us and we can still be friends, of course, but I don't want to step in the way of whatever is going on between the two of you. I mean, really, I should have known with how close the two of you are. And Brittany is, well, heartbroken to hear this. I think that she had really thought that Mike was more in love with her than that he would have been upset and not just would agree to just step back at the first setback like this, or that he would have questioned it more. But she can't really tell him that, the whole situation, and she doesn't really know what to say either. I think she's pretty shocked about all of this all of a sudden. So when Mike just asks her to just be friends, she doesn't really know what else to say about it. And she's really, really upset about it, but she can't really do anything about it except just saying goodbye to Mike and watch him leave and, have this be the end to their chapter. And I think that this situation, that this has had a real life consequence for her, and also probably a gut-wrenching fear that this will also reach Alexander's ears, and how will he react to this? She is probably going to be blinded by fury, and she's going to rush up to Beau's bedroom. He's, of course, sleeping, so she's going to have to wake him up. And, she's going to go up to him and argue with him, finally. All of the things are coming out on the table that they have not talked about up until now, and Brittany is really laying it on Beau. Like, how could you do this to me? Why didn't you say something, make some excuse to your mother. This can't be how things end for me and Mike. This can't be how things end for me and Alexander. Are you kidding me? And Beau is both defensive, I think, and also really, really terrified because he feels terrible about what he did. Like he didn't really do anything, but the action of not doing something is actually what ended him in this situation now with Brittany. And it's starting to snowball out of control as well, because as you saw, Brandy was calling him up and being really, really happy about this. And I'm sure that if Mike has been told about this, then Brandy is probably going to tell all her friends about this. All of a sudden, the whole neighborhood will know about this. And Beau really doesn't know what to do about it. Even if he tells them at this point that nothing is going on between him and Brittany, there's still going to be rumors. There's still going to be the situation that they're living together and that they've been together this long. And even if they are hiding it away, people are still going to think that this is the case. So he's really put himself in a horrible situation. And most of all, he's put Brittany in a completely impossible situation. So, yeah, they're gonna part as, really upset with each other at this point. And Brittany is really reconsidering where she is at the moment, living in this house with Beau and the consequences of that, and how can she be around him when she's this angry with him. But on the other hand, she doesn't know where else to go. She could find her own apartment, of course, but that's going to take time as well. And in this weak moment, she really wishes that she could throw herself in Alexander's arms and just have him take care of her and look after her and provide for her. But of course, she has that history with him as well, that she refused his proposal, and things have been shaky ever since then. So I think that Oliver actually heard the argument and that he's going to ask Brittany what's up. And I think that, she's gonna lean on this positive interaction with Oliver and sort of fall into the trap that is starting something up with him in this vulnerable moment, just taking comfort in his presence instead. And they are too exhausted for this. Let's do that. So even though she has sort of rebutted all of his attempts previous to this to do something romantic, she's actually going to even initiate it at this point. They're trying to use the bed, but they can't access both sides here. Well, for Oliver, it's really just like attraction at this point. He doesn't have any crush or anything on her, but it seems like she really needs someone right now. So I think he's going to take care of her, basically. And they're sharing their first kiss together. As poor of a situation as this is. And he got the flu from her, apparently. Yeah. I think that I'm gonna have to send these two to bed because they are about to crash, but I think he can use the bathroom first. And that is as far as they're gonna go today, I think. They shared some kisses and a makeout session, and Brittany is feeling a little bit comforted, but I think that she's going to wisely head to bed and not spend the night with Oliver. Especially since she's also sick, so before she coughs up her lungs, let's get to bed. And I think that Oliver is not really feeling bad about initiating this with Brittany. He's really wanted to do that for a while, and thoughts about his fiancée are really far away at this moment, I think, even though they shouldn't be. And that was the end of this episode. So it's great to be back in Pleasantview again, and of course a lot of drama going on. And yeah, let's see what happens after this point with Beau and Brittany and Oliver. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.